This 16-season Real Housewives spin-off is climbing the Peacock charts. After all these years, the Real Housewives franchise is still extremely popular, and the Real Housewives of Atlanta is currently having its moment in the spotlight, according to the Peacock charts. There have been a dozen Real Housewives series on the air over the past 19 years, not counting non-Housewives spin-offs. Some have come to an end, while others, like RHONY, are in purgatory as producers figure out what to do with them. Then there's the Georgia-based spin-off, which is still going strong after its 2008 debut. The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 16 is currently airing on Bravo. According to Flix Patrol, the Real Housewives of Atlanta shot all the way up to the third spot on Peacock's Top 10 chart for June 17. This came after it sat at number 7 on June 11 before disappearing from the top 10 over the subsequent 5 days. For the month of June, RHOA has been averaging 11th place and has been in the top 10 for 4 days. Flix Patrol also revealed that RHOA is currently the second most popular show on the Amazon Channel's chart after being down in the 8th position the day before. On the chart for global streaming service Hulu, RHOA is the most popular show for June 17. Since The Real Housewives of Atlanta is currently airing, it would be very disappointing for Bravo if it wasn't in the top 10. However, considering the series has been on the air for 16 seasons, it's extremely impressive how well it still performs not just for Bravo, but also for Peacock. The NBC Universal streaming service has been a fantastic avenue for fans to catch up on their favorite shows the day after they air and allows for a whole new audience to get introduced to these series. The current cast of RHOA Season 16 includes Phaedra Parks, Porsha Williams, Angela Alkley, Shamia Morton, Britt Eady, Drew Sidora, Kelly Farrell, and Cynthia Bailey, friend of. Several cast members left after RHOA Season 15, which could have spelled doom for the Real Housewives spin-off. However, Phaedra and Porsha's grand returns might be helping the ratings this season and propelling the series into a top spot on the Peacock chart. The most recent episode saw Phaedra tell Britt to be nice to the other housewives. Also, multiple cast members are dealing with divorces, and the women have been in Grenada, but they've taken the drama with them. Speaking of which, the drama between the women is what keeps fans tuning in and propelling RHOA into the top 10 on the Peacock chart. When there's a great mix of cast members to root for and against, and compelling storylines that aren't boring, it makes for entertainment television, and RHOA continues to prove why it's still one of the longest-running Real Housewives shows. In the ever-evolving world of the Real Housewives, just when you think Bravo has tapped every ounce of drama, glitz, and shade the franchise has to offer, they find a new way to shake the table. And that's exactly what's happening with Real Housewives. Rebooted Retreat, the spin-off that's currently dominating Peacock's streaming charts. And for good reason. The premise? Take 6 of the most unpredictable, controversial, and fan-polarizing housewives from across the franchise's sprawling multiverse and throw them into a luxury wellness retreat in Sedona, Arizona. Add in a no-glam squads, no-phones rule, an ex-shaman turned retreat leader with a mysterious past, and a daily challenge that involves revealing one secret or confronting one lie. And you've got a recipe for the kind of spiritual chaos only Bravo could serve. Fans are obsessed. The series debuted quietly 2 weeks ago, with little fanfare beyond a cryptic teaser trailer dropped on social media. But by word of mouth and pure housewives hunger, it's now the number 2 show on Peacock, right behind The Traitors, and insiders say it's on pace to break streaming records for the platform by the end of the month. So what exactly is fueling the obsession? For starters, it's the cast has brought together what fans are calling the Chaos Coven. Danielle Staub, RHONJ, Kim Richards, RHOBH, Leah McSweeney, RHONY, Giselle Bryant, RHHOP, Porsha Williams, RHOA, and Mary Cosby, RHOSLC. If that list makes your head spin, it should. These 6 women are notorious for walking into rooms and turning the energy upside down. The producers really said, "Let's gather the unpredictable ones and see what happens," tweeted one fan. And that's exactly what did happen. Or, more accurately, exploded. Kim brought the emotional vulnerability. Danielle came armed with grudges from 3 different decades. Mary judged everyone's outfits. Leah started a daily yoga challenge no one asked for. Portia played peacekeeper and stirred the pot behind the scenes. And Gazelle. She was both the narrator and the instigator, already earning memes for her signature side-eyes and confessionals full of biting one-liners. Wellness with a side of warfare. The twist in rebooted Retreat is that there are no fancy parties or galas to dress up for. Instead, the women are expected to participate in team-building exercises like silent hikes, trust falls, guided meditations, and, shockingly, chore wheel assignments. The juxtaposition of housewives accustomed to couture suddenly having to scrub toilets or prep quinoa salads? Gold. The drama, however, hasn't taken a retreat. In episode 3, a healing circle intended to clear old emotional wounds turned into a screaming match between Mary and Danielle over spiritual fraudulence. Kim burst into tears halfway through a detox bath. Leah threatened to leave on day 2. Portia staged an intervention when Danielle tried to smudge the entire retreat house with sage and nearly set off the fire alarms. Each episode follows a 3-act structure. One personal breakthrough, one group meltdown, and a cliffhanger ending that teases next week's explosion. The editing is razor sharp, and the confessionals are some of the most brutally honest we've seen in years. Why it's working. Critics and longtime fans are calling rebooted Retreat the most refreshing Housewives content in a decade, not because it's different, but because it strips away the filters and the glam and forces the women to just be. No assistants, no husbands, no safe space to hide behind a lifestyle brand or staged dinner party. It's intimate in a way the main series often isn't. Watching Gazelle admit she struggles with being too polished for her own healing, or seeing Mary actually apologize sincerely for a long-standing feud is downright surreal. Even Danielle, often cast as the villain, has had moments of raw vulnerability that are making some fans reassess her legacy. Peacock has hit a sweet spot. This is a spin-off that doesn't try to replicate the Housewives formula. Instead, it plays with it, deconstructs it, and puts the women in situations where the masks drop, not always voluntarily. A surprise cameo, and possibly more. In episode 4, viewers were shocked when Bethany Frankel made a surprise cameo via Zoom during a group business strategy session. "You ladies want to rebrand? Let me show you how," she quipped before launching into an unsolicited and deeply entertaining TV talk about how to turn pain into profit. It was random, hilarious, and left fans begging for more crossover moments. Rumor has it, more past Housewives may be stopping by for special therapy guest days, including Brandi Glanville, Kenya Moore, and even Aviva Drescher, which might explain the prosthetic leg spotted in the teaser trailer. Fan reaction and social buzz. Twitter, TikTok, and Bravo Reddit are ablaze with live reactions. It's Housewives meets Survivor with a sprinkle of Eat, Pray, Love, and I'm obsessed. One user posted. Another added, "This is the spiritual warfare I didn't know I needed." Meme culture has embraced the show instantly. Mary Cosby's line, "Your aura smells like expired honey," has gone viral. There's already a Retreat Realness TikTok challenge, where fans act out the most dramatic confrontations while wearing bathrobes and cucumbers on their eyes. What's next? Peacock hasn't officially greenlit a second season, but with the spin-off climbing the charts and social media engagement through the roof, it feels inevitable. Word is that producers are already scouting locations for a possible rebooted Retreat, International Edition, with whispers of Tuscany or Bali being floated. There's even speculation that the format could evolve into a rotating series of emotionally intense mini-seasons focusing on different Housewives archetypes, the comeback queens, the frenemies summit, or legends only. One Bravo insider said, "This might be the future of the franchise. Smaller, deeper, more focused experiences." and fans seem to be loving it. Final thoughts.